Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is officially 2 weeks since I got my extractions and media dentures. Don't they look so pretty? I love my smile so much. I am so in love with my smile now. Still learning how to talk with them. Yesterday I went all day without wearing my dentures, and today I went most of the day without wearing my dentures. They feel normal having them in now. I mean, other than the bottom flopping around like crazy, they feel fairly normal. I still have the bone spur on this side. No pain. Stitches still falling out. But mind you, I want to give you guys a little bit of backstory if you guys are new to my channel. I am 37 years old. I had 17 teeth removed. I was dealing with poor oral care. I didn't take care of my teeth. My mom didn't take care of my teeth when I was younger. I'm no excuse for that because I didn't take care of my teeth as an adult. Didn't go to the dentist to have regular cleanings, so my teeth just eventually were just decaying. So through the years, I've had all of my bottom molars removed, so I'd had none when I had my extractions. Up here I was missing one molar in between here, but I had the majority of all my top teeth, aside from the fact that back in 2019, I was seeing a dentist in Columbus, Indiana, and that dentist did root canals on this tooth, this tooth, that tooth, that tooth, this tooth, this tooth, that tooth, that tooth. Anyways, he did root canals on my top teeth. None really on my bottom. He didn't get to there yet. And so behind my teeth, they were dying. They were actually like a gray shade in the front. At least that's what it looked like to me in person. And then behind them, they were black. Well, they were turning black. So for that reason, my teeth were falling apart. I had just like a sliver of this tooth right here left, and I was just very unhappy with my teeth and my smile. I couldn't really talk without people just staring directly at my bottom teeth, or sometimes my top teeth would show and you would see where this tooth was falling apart from the root canal. So they would literally be staring at me, and you see these two stragglers right here in the front, and then sometimes that little sliver of tooth would poke through, and you could hardly see this one because it was shaved down so much by that dentist. And then my fang here was sideways from poor oral care from my mom when I was growing up. So my tooth, I had a baby tooth still up there with a silver cap over it, and the dentist when I was in my 20s had to remove that, and my actual molar grew behind the silver tooth, and he had to remove that, and my fang grew in sideways. So my fang was actually really healthy, and then I had a molar back here that was actually really healthy, and then I had a molar back here that was actually really healthy, but every other tooth, 2 molars in here were decaying from the root canals. The tooth over here broke. My 2 front teeth were decaying, and this tooth was shaved down so far it didn't even look like I had a tooth there. Like, it was supposed to be this length, and he had shaved it up to half of that. So for that reason, I decided to do a full extraction. I probably could have done partials and had them remove the bad teeth or fill them in, but I was just over it, and I think I was just preventing the inedible, so it was just better if I done it all. I was just better if I did it all now rather than later. And I'm glad I did. I mean, I love my smile so much. If I meet a complete stranger, they have no clue that I have dentures. I just smile and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you have such a beautiful smile." And I'm like, "Thank you." I'm like, "Thank you. Thank you." I have to learn to talk, but it's so hard because these keep popping up. Um, I've got a lot of growth, a lot of shrinkage, so I'm having a hard time using my bottom and talking still. It's really sad because I should know by now how to talk with these, and I'm still having a hard time. Anyways, let me check my iWatch. I just saw it. It was right here. Oh, there it is. Let's see if it's on or if it actually died. Nope, it ain't died yet. I forgot to charge it. I'm looking for my calendar. There it is. So on July 9th, I had a full mouth I had 17, not full mouth. I had 17 teeth removed, and I got my immediate dentures. These are them. What foods do I eat and have I been eating since the beginning? The first day I didn't eat nothing, didn't even have the... No, that's a lie, because that night I was hungry. So, after I left the dentist, I was in a lot of pain because the numbness had worn off at the end there. And I was just sitting in that chair in so much pain. And my husband, he was sitting there, and I could tell he felt so bad for me. So immediately after leaving the dentist, we went to the pharmacy and picked up the hydrocodone that she had given me and the antibiotics. Immediately after I got home, I took one of those hydrocodones, and I fell asleep, ended up falling asleep on the couch. My husband had to go back to work. I ended up falling asleep on the couch, and speaking of that, I need to talk to him. So I ended up falling asleep on the couch, and later that evening, I was sitting in the room, and I was hungry, but I couldn't really eat anything because everything hurt in my mouth. So I ended up getting a chicken noodle soup and just literally taking the broth on a spoon and like dumping it back like this and swallowing it immediately because I was that hungry that I just needed something. The day after that, I had taken, not taken, I ate, what did I eat? Oh, I ate mashed potatoes because I had to take my son to my sister so my mom could take him down to her house for a couple weeks. And I ate mashed potatoes, and I hated that. That was such a horrible experience for me because I'm not used to this. I'm used to my real teeth. So I'm used to when you eat mashed potatoes, you just swallow them, right? Well, the instant kind. And that ain't what happened this time. When I took in that mashed potatoes, it went everywhere. I mean, when I'm saying everywhere, it went everywhere. I hated it. I did not like it. It was atrocious. It was gross. So the next day, I was hungry, and I had gotten some SpaghettiOs the day before, And I was like, I'm gonna try to eat these SpaghettiOs. So I went and heated them up in the microwave, sat down, and then I waited for them to cool off. And I just took a spoon, put them in my mouth, and I just swallowed them. I mean, they're overcooked noodles. What's so hard about it? At least that's what I thought in my head. I thought, oh, they're overcooked noodles. What's so hard about it? And it was easy. It was such an easy food to eat. I don't care for ramen. My husband said when he had his procedure done on his tops, he ate a lot of ramen. I don't care for ramen, so I didn't eat any ramen. That first week I lived off of SpaghettiOs. I'm trying to think. I mostly didn't eat that much because I just was consuming so much water and I just didn't know what to eat. I mean, honestly, I was tired of eating things, and some days I ate less than others. Mostly it was just SpaghettiOs. I hadn't ate the soup since that first night. I tried fish that first week. Trying to think. Yeah, it was mostly SpaghettiOs. I tried fish one day. Raviolis, mac and cheese, because you can just swallow mac and cheese. It's the little bowls, the Velveeta little bowls. Rice, I tried rice. I just tried different things that I thought I would be able to eat. I tried fried potatoes. I just stuck the potato here and then used my tongue and moved it to the side and went like that until it was like mushed up, and then I just shoved it onto my tongue and used my tongue and shoved it on my tongue and I swallowed it. Eggs, I did try eggs. That was easy. Scrambled, and I also tried it fried. Easy both ways. Preferred it fried though. So I just stuck to like whatever I thought I could eat. I mean, I didn't follow any list I saw. I just looked for things I thought would be easy for me to eat, and I tried it. If I couldn't eat it, I didn't eat it. Here recently I've tried to eat a breakfast corn dog. I love those so much. I couldn't eat it. I could only eat like the sausage inside of it. I couldn't eat the pancake. Not because I couldn't chew it. It was because it was kind of getting stuck here in the roof of my mouth, and I hated that so much. So I did not like that. So I did not continue eating that. I just had the sausage inside the breakfast corn dog, and I just chewed it on this side. I just went like the potato. I just went, and I crunched my face because it kind of hurt a little bit, but I wanted that meat. I craved meat so bad, and I'm still craving meat. And so I just kept on chewing until I was able to swallow it, and I swallowed that sucker whole. Not whole, but I swallowed it in the pieces I was able to swallow. And that was all I really had that day, was 2 sausages, and they were probably only like that big. So I have been just trying to figure out what I can eat in this last 2 weeks, but the first week was the hardest because it was hard determining what I could eat. I was tired of eating certain things, so I was trying to eat other things, so it was just a struggle the whole week. I have seen people say that they were on protein shakes. That's not for me. That's nasty shit. Hell no. Why would you want to eat something that tastes like 0 sugar? I've seen other people say that they lived off smoothies. I haven't tried smoothies yet. I might try smoothies. I don't know. I haven't tried, but I will say I haven't tried smoothies yet. Here in the here in the last week, symptoms. Let's go with symptoms. First week was the worst. It was very painful. I did not want these things in my mouth. I just wanted to take them out and throw them away. I wanted nothing to do with them. I had a couple raw spots I had a spot back here that was rubbing a sore back here in the back of my mouth. I called the dentist. I was pretty pissed off because, not when I called the dentist, I was pissed off after I got off the phone with the dentist's office, because that first week, you go back in the next day to get adjustments, and then the very next day that same day I had adjustments, and then I got home and I went like this, and I realized there was another sore spot on the inside after they done the adjustments, and I was like, okay, I need to call them back. So I called them back, and the dentist answered. She's like, why don't you come in to next day at 11 o'clock in the morning? So I came in the next day at 11 o'clock in the morning, and they did the adjustment on the inside, on this side, on the inside, and I was relieved. And then the next day, which would have been Friday, I noticed I was having an issue back here. It was hurting really bad. I noticed I was having some rubbing, so I called them back trying to get another adjustment. And the clerk at the desk, or I don't know, the receptionist or whatever you call it, she says, well, you just had 2 adjustments this week. She was like, can you bear with me and try to wait a little bit longer? I said, no, I cannot wait a little bit longer. I said, I need this done now. It hurts. And she said, well, let me talk to Ashid, which is the office manager. He's not a hygienist. He's not a dentist. He's an office manager. He's actually the husband of the dentist. And I was like, okay. And she would come back, and she was like, well, Ashid said that you need to wait and let your gums heal a little bit longer before we do the adjustments. I said, well, then I'm not wearing them. So I'm not wearing the dentures. I was like, they hurt my mouth. I was like, they're rubbing my cheek raw. Ow, I just bit my cheek. It hurt. And I was like, I'm not wearing them. And she was like, and then she was like, can you just work with me a little bit? Because he wants you to come in next Thursday, but if you can work with me, I can do Tuesday. And I was like, well, you know what? I will work with you. I was like, since you're being super nice to me, and this is not your fault, I was like, how about we do Wednesday? And she said, are you sure? And I said, yeah, I'll just push through it. And I did. I pushed through the pain back there, and I just used that Orajel numbing mouthwash, and I just took some pain pills and shoved her in there and just pretty much slept until then, because those hydrocodone, they were knocking me out. When I say they were making me sleepy, they were knocking me out. So I had come in that Wednesday, and they did the adjustment back there, and then I had another issue at that day, and it was inside here, which I'm still having the issue, but I'm not sure if it's coming from right there or where it's coming from. But as soon as I stick my tongue up, the whole thing pops up. So I'm not sure where it's pulling at, where it's popping up at, why it's doing it, but it is. So they shaved down right there, which they've shaved down so much, because she shaved down the week before, she said, which I don't remember telling her that, but she said she did. And then, oh, actually she did, because it was rubbing right there. No, because that day, that was when it was rubbing. So I'm not too sure why she said she already shaved down right there. From my memory, she shaved down on this side, on the inside. I never told her to shave down in the front, but she said she did, so she shaved down some more, and she can't shave anymore down. I don't know where or why it's popping up right there, but it is. It could just be because I don't have them glued in. I don't know. So anyways, so I had her shave down the inside because it was rubbing me raw, and then I had her shave some more off the top back there, because I had literally, if you saw the video with the picture of my denture, if you haven't, I'll kind of explain it to you. If you have, you know, but if you haven't, I'll explain it to you. On my denture, you have a standard denture, and then you have your line of teeth all the way around, and then you have this right here, the plastic gum. Mine had probably about that much more. I think I would say it was probably about that much more of this past my teeth. So there was so much of that extra plastic going back that it was extremely uncomfortable. Like right now, it's not rubbing, but I can feel that there's too much plastic in there. It feels too full, right? You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's still quite a bit on there, and she did not shave it forward enough. I feel like she still needs to shave some towards the teeth, because it still feels like there's way too much. And I understand her point why she doesn't want to, because she's claiming that she doesn't want to shave too much, because then it's going to put my palate too far forward, and then it'll introduce an area where more food can go in. That's the reason why she claims that she left so much. So I understand why she did it. I just feel like there's too much. And maybe in time I'll get used to that, and then it won't be feeling like there's still too much. It's just right now it feels like there's way too much in there. So that was my last adjustment. This last week, I had a new issue. My gums have shrunk. This week, not last week, this week that we're in right now. Today is Tuesday? No, it was last week. It was last Friday. It was last Friday I noticed. I have a new problem. My gums have shrunk, and down here on this side is rubbing me raw. I have got a raw spot, and I didn't even know I had one up here until I was like rubbing my tongue around my gums this morning and realized I had a raw spot up here as well. So I'm being pinched by the denter, and I don't know how on this side, because I thought she shaved down a lot on this side. No, I can feel it. It's right here. It's pinching me right there. But I have not called them yet. Sorry about that. It keeps getting stuck right underneath. It's like a lip right there. You see it? There's like a lip right there, down there underneath. And I don't need her to shave up. I need her to shave in. So there's not so much of that lip right there. So my tongue's not getting stuck right there. So I can talk normal. I need her to thin it out. That's what I need her to do. That's what I'm going to ask her next time. I can say, can you thin this area out, please? But I have not called them, as of today, my issues started last Friday, and I have not called them yet because I don't want to bother them. I feel like my gums are shrinking so fast that I think I need to give it at least till Friday to see if anything else has happened. And then I will call them next week on Monday and say, hey, this is what's been going on. Is there any way I can get an appointment to get in? I don't want to call now and then Friday I have to call him back, like I had to do that first week. Kind of learning, going with the flow and learning. You have to. When you have a new set of teeth, your brain tells you this is foreign. This does not belong in here. We need to get rid of this. And you have to train your brain, no, this is permanent. It's not going anywhere. It's going to stay, and we have to get used to it together. So that's where I'm at as of today. I'm shrinking so fast, and I can't keep up with it. And my teeth are flopping around. My bottoms are flopping around like crazy. I got a bone spur going on. My teeth were super easy to get in today. I had a little bit of pain, but not much that was unbearable like it was before, so that's good. The bone spur is sore, but it's nothing that I can't handle. Another thing I want to discuss is weight loss. I have experienced a lot of weight loss. If you saw my videos before my extraction to now, you can see where my face has changed a lot. I don't have so much as the double chin no more. I look a little full here, and it's not because of my face being full like that, because before, if I take these dentures out, my face will shrink in. It's the dentures. As soon as I stuck the top in, my lip went out. My cheeks start all right here is like real full. And then the bottom is the same. As soon as I stuck the bottom in, everything looked more full. So my face, I have lost some weight since getting dentures. Because my diet has changed so much. I can hardly eat anything. One thing I have ate recently that I did notice that I could eat, and I can't, you can probably eat it with your dentures in. I didn't like the feeling of doing it with my dentures in, but it was a muffin. I didn't like doing it when it was fresh from the bakery, because I got mine from Kroger's, and I didn't like it when I got it fresh from there and then trying to chew it. But I did like it better when I stuck it in the microwave for like 30 seconds and it got like nice and warm and gooey. And I got the double chocolate chip, I think is the one I got. I did like it that way. I'm still trying to suck in all the saliva. I did like it that way. It was easy for me to eat without my dentures in. There are some things I do eat without my dentures. I always said in the beginning, I'm not eating without my teeth in. I do. Regardless of what you say, when you start, you learn that some things you just cannot eat with your teeth in, and then you learn to, don't like that. And then you learn how to eat and chew with without your dentures in. I didn't really use my gums. I just, things that I thought I could shove around the roof of my mouth and then swallow, because the roof of your actual mouth is I feel like it's a lot easier to shove things up there and smash it and then swallow it than it is with this thing, because there's, just for me, myself, it was just too much. Way too much going on up there, and I didn't like it. And it was getting stuck to the denture. So for that reason, I did not like it, and I choose to eat certain things without my dentures in. Now, maybe the day that maybe into a month or two, when I learn to chew with these things, I can, well, I'm already learning to chew with them, but maybe when my gums are healed in a month or so, I can actually chew with them. I'll start eating the muffin and things with my dentures and when I can glue them in. But for now, with my gums still having stitches in them, they're healing closed. I mean, I can rub my tongue across them and they're not raw and open like they was after the procedure. They're closed. The stitches are falling out. I just still prefer to eat certain things with my dentures out, which is cakes, any type of cake or cupcake, muffin, cheese puffs, Cheetos cheese puffs. What else? Did I say cheesecake? I don't remember. Cheesecake, cheese puffs, muffins, cupcakes, cake, donuts, that's about all I've tried so far. I'm trying to think, and that's all I've really tried because those are softer. I haven't tried cake or cupcakes, but my sister told me that cakes and cupcakes are easy to eat without your dentures, and I haven't tried that yet, but I have tried cheesecake, a donut, and cheese puffs, and a muffin. No, I said that. Cheesecake, muffin, cheesecake, muffin, cheese puffs. Yeah. I haven't really tried. The only thing of that list of when I initially told you guys I hadn't tried was a cupcake or cake. My sister just told me it's easy to eat those things without your dentures in. I do not drink I will not say that because I do drink Red Bull. As soon as I try to talk, that thing just like kind of blinged up. I do not like drinking soda with my dentures, with my gums the way they are. No, absolutely not. My husband had a thing of Cokes in the fridge. And the other day I grabbed one and I'm like, man, I haven't had one of these in a while. I'm gonna drink one. As soon as that Coke hit my gums, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. No, 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 no. It burned so bad. No, thank you. But I've had Red Bulls. They didn't do that to me. I've had a Monster. That didn't do that to me. But that Coke, wow. That's all I have to say is wow. Ice cream. I've ate ice cream without dentures, but I've ate it with my dentures. It's the same. So yeah, that's all I can really think of at the moment. I tried to eat some Oreo cookies. I didn't like that experience. So my diet has been very minimal. So I have lost some weight from it. If I had to guess, I've lost around 7 to 8 pounds. Still losing as of today. Just trying my best to make the best of the situation and eat as much as I can and what I can. Here lately, I've been loving butter toast. I toast it and then I put butter on both sides of the toast, not on one, on both sides. Then I stick it in the toaster. It is so freaking good. And I think I actually might make me a couple pieces because I'm a little bit hungry. And I just love it so much. So don't go into this. I just don't want you guys to go into this thinking that this is going to be a walk in the park, and in 2 weeks you're going to be eating real food, because ideally whoever you saw in a video that is eating raw, whoever's eating after 2 weeks, they've got gums to steal, because no, it still hurts me just to bite down and chew with these. Even right now, because I produce so much saliva now that I've had these dentures, so much saliva that I have these dentures, that I'm constantly having to stop, suck in the saliva, and as I'm doing it, and then I can talk again, but as I'm doing it, my denture sucks up and it hurts so bad it like causes sore spots. I have when that week that I had them raw spots that they refused to get me in for another week to do the adjustments, I did take cushion grip, and you're not supposed to, okay? But I did take cushion grip, and I lined the sharp spots just on the edges of my denture. I didn't put it where my gums were, where my raw gums were, where I just had extractions. I did it on the very edges up here, where it was hurting me the most. That's where I put that cushion grip. And let me tell you something right now, that stuff gave me so much comfort. The day before my appointment, I ripped it off. The few days that I wore that gave me so much comfort and ease for using for them raw spots when they wouldn't let me come in to get the I'm not this big. I like wearing oversized t-shirts. You can see by my upper figure, I'm not that big. It just looks like that because I'm wearing such a big t-shirt. Anyways, I get so distracted. I'm still like, just, that's way too much saliva. I don't even know why I'm producing that much saliva. But that gave me such a comfort for them days. So if you are experiencing discomfort and your dentist will not allow you to come in for X amount of days, get you some cushion grip off Amazon and line the edges of your denture. Do not put it where your raw gums are. Just put it right along the edge where you're causing you some discomfort. And that will ease. No, I'm tired of this life. I really am. That will ease some of the discomfort and the sharpness of the denture. And what else can I think of? Those of you out there that are just now getting to my channel and are either coming to their E-Day or are getting ready to have their E-Day, or are getting, those of you that are getting ready to have your E-Day, I'm sorry, my dentures make it really hard for me to talk sometimes. Those of you that are getting ready to have your E-Day or have already had your E-Day, I don't know if you've watched videos up to this point about your E-Day and your dentures. I was researching for months. But a few essentials I feel that you need on your own. These are things that I feel that you should buy on your own. This is not something your dentist will recommend, and most people on here will not recommend you to do this. I learned a lot by a girl on TikTok I watch. Her name is Sammy Lou. I learned a lot from her. A lot. Like, if you go back from the beginning when she first got her extraction to now, I learned so much from her, and I bought things before I needed them, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. You get it. I'm glad I did because she taught me so much. Uh, she uses cushion grip. Um, I did not buy Dentac. They are grooved to conform to your fingers for. I did not buy Dentach because I saw a lot of bad reviews on it, so I did not buy Dentach. I bought 2 tubes of cushion grip, which I'm glad now that I did. I bought that before I even had my extractions. I don't know why my nose is itching now. What in the world is going on? I bought 2 tubes of Dentach, not Dentach. I bought 2 tubes of cushion grip beforehand. I bought 2 tubes of Benzodent before then. I bought myself my own case. It's a pink case. What else did I buy? I bought Polydent overnight capsules. I bought a face wrap. The one I purchased, you can use it hot or cold. And it comes with 4. I always kept 2 in the freezer and then 1 on my face, one on the side and 1 on the side of my face. And then I also tried it warm. I preferred it cold, though. I bought me some toothbrushes. I think that's all I got. And I got everything on Amazon. So just a little bit of things that I thought I needed that I saw Sammy had, and I'm thankful that I did. The only thing I did not like was that Benzodent. I did not like that stuff. Ugh, no. So my husband complained about the Fixodent glues, the paste, because he said it's nasty and hard to get out of your mouth. That Benzodent is like that. If you put too much in there, that stuff is ew. It's disgusting cleaning out of your mouth. It's just atrocious. No. That's not for me. Nope, that's not for me. I brush my dentures. I soak my dentures every night. I take them out. I put them in solution and I soak mine overnight. I have been doing this since the 3rd I think it's been since the 4th day. Since the 4th day, I've taken my dentures out and I've soaked them overnight and put them back in. It's not recommended that you do that, just so you know, because I have heard stories where people's gums have swelled up overnight and they were unable to put their dentures back in. My gums, thankfully, did not do that. But in my defense, I was using that face thing all the time, and it was ice cold. I mean, I don't know, I guess I just got lucky. But luckily my dentures I never had the issue that my gums swelled up overnight and I was unable to put them in. But I have heard some pretty horrifying stories of people saying that, so take it as you will. It is not recommended that you go overnight. The dentist recommends you take them out and just soak them for the 3-minute solution and put them back in, clean them and put them back in. I like the feeling of having a break overnight and then putting them in the morning. I learned that from Sammy. Sammy takes hers out and soaks them overnight and then puts them in the morning. And that's what I do too. I have seen people put those gems on their dentures. I personally wouldn't recommend that because you don't know if that's going to damage the, I don't know what's called, the solution, whatever they put over this to make it like slick like it is. You don't know if that's going to damage that. So I personally wouldn't do that, and I wouldn't recommend that to nobody. But, I mean, it's your dentures. You do what you want with them. I've had a couple comments say how natural looking my teeth were. Honestly, I was super surprised. If you watched my videos before, I was nervous. I was scared. I was... So many things were running through my head because I had no idea what my dentures were going to look like. My mold, my impression, and my bite registration was sent to a lab outside of my dentist's office, and they actually made my dentures, and I did not know what they were going to come back looking like. I didn't know if they were going to be too big for my face. I thought they were going to be too big for my mouth. I didn't know if they were going to be big, bulky teeth. I didn't know if they were going to look like dentures. I just didn't know what was going to happen. And when I got in there, excuse me, I'm really sorry. I've got so much saliva going on in my mouth that I probably don't need a water at this point. When I got my dentures, she stuck them in, and I remember the dentist saying, "These are so long." She said, "They've been doing this lately. I don't know why they keep doing this." And they take it over there and they shave down some. I don't know how much. I know when I got them and I looked at them that day when I took them out of my mouth, that was a lot of extra plastic. So if she was saying that day there was more, and they had to shave them down the day that they put them in there, there was probably more than just my little above my pinky is what I saw in my denture that week before they did their adjustment. So if there was more, I'm assuming there was a lot more than this on it, because she went stuck in my mouth. She said, "I don't know why they keep doing this," and she shaved them down, stuck them in, and they stuck those bottoms in, and I'm sitting there in pain, and she's like staring at me. The hygienist is staring at me, and I grabbed my phone, and I click, because I have an iPhone, so I clicked and hold the camera thing, and I hand it, and I click and hold the camera thing, and the hygienist looked at it. She was like, "You want me to take a picture?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she took it, and she said, "Open your mouth," and I opened my mouth like this, but I was laying back. I think I still have the picture. I'm gonna check my phone and see if I still have the picture, and if I do, I'll post it. And she just take this picture of my mouth like this. And I looked at that day and I was like, but it was an up close view. It wasn't like what I'm just showing you guys like this. It was an up close view, so I was looking at him. I was like, "Oh my god, those things look so bad." And I got home and I was on TikTok, and I had took on my hydrocodone, and when I told you a little bit ago, I fell asleep after I got home. It was a little bit after I got home. It wasn't right away. So I got home and I was on TikTok, and I was sitting there and I was doing TikToks, and I remembered that I had just told Sammy a couple days before that in her comment section that I was getting ready to have my E-Day. I think I told her the day before that my E-Day was the next day. So I went in her comment section and I grabbed one of her comments to somebody else, or I think it was to me or something. Anyways, I clicked it and did a video to it, and I said, "I got him, Sammy." And I had one of my sweaters on, and I had it covering my mouth like this. And then I slowly revealed the smile. No. I went like that, and when I saw my smile, I was immediately in love. I couldn't get over how natural they look. I couldn't get over the fact that I have actual fangs. That is a fang, you guys. I have actual fangs. They have so much character. They do not look fake. My sister, even when she saw them in person, she said they look so natural. They look so real. She said I even like the gums. She said the gum color looks so natural. And she said they did such a good job. And I was just so happy that day. And I was doing so many TikToks. I was smiling all of them, happy. Because in all my other videos, you look back on them. And I even still got some of my drafts I'm still posting from before I got my dentures. And I kind of posted one the other day, and I was watching it back with my husband, and you can see my teeth, my natural teeth, poking out a little bit when I was singing a song, and you can just see how bad they looked. And I guess back then, I never really paid attention to that, because I thought, well, people really ain't gonna really pay attention to that, and they actually do. They pay attention more than what you think they do. And now I look at my videos and I smile, or I do a little video and I smile, and I just feel so proud of my smile now. So if you're scared not knowing what your dentures are going to look like, don't be, because I was, and I was scared and stressing myself out for nothing. And even if they do look like dentures, who cares? You know, you go from having those bad teeth to having a perfect smile. You ain't gonna care that they look like dentures, and a complete stranger ain't gonna say nothing to you about you having dentures. They're not gonna say nothing to you. I mean, who does that? Who would walk up to somebody and say, "Oh my gosh, you have dentures"? They're not gonna do that. Definitely not. And I promise you, the day that somebody does that to me, they're gonna wish they didn't. Because that is rude and disrespectful, and you should not do that to somebody. I was terrified in the beginning, but I feel foolish. I feel foolish for being so crazy in the beginning about it, and then afterwards I just feel so beautiful. Like, I would not give this up for anything. Nothing at all. Sometimes I think about it and I regret it, because I can't hardly eat and I want to eat so much. But it's just because I want to eat stuff and I can't. It's not because I hate my smile, or it's not because I can't talk good, or because my face looks so freaking full. It's not because of any of that. It's because I can't eat certain things. And then I have to think to myself, it was worth it, you know. I can smile. I can be proud of my smile now. And just be happy. I've seen some comments that people say I look beautiful. Thank you to everybody that have said these things to me. It does mean a lot, and it helps a lot by you guys saying this to me. It helps with my low self-esteem that I have. Like, when I look at myself in the videos, I don't see what you guys see. I see chubby cheeks, and I kind of still see like a double chin here. I just hate the way this looks. So when you guys see me and you tell me I'm beautiful and stuff, it really helps with that. So thank you for all of you guys that have said that to me. I really appreciate that. Those of you that have made comments about my teeth, thank you. I love them too. They're absolutely beautiful and they look natural. If you are in I don't know where any of you guys are from, but if you live in Indiana, or if you guys are living in another state and you would like to come to Indiana, The dentist I used is in Trafalgar, Indiana. Their name is Crossroad Family Dentistry. You can look them up on Google. I did do a review on them the night of my, I think it was the night or the date. When was it? It was the day before, it was the day before my second, so it was the night of my first, adjustment. That's when I did it. It was the day after my extraction day. It was the 10th. I made a review on their business, and it was actually a really good review. And I actually got hugged by the hygienist. She actually started crying, and the dentist came in and hugged me, because it does help their business for you to be honest, and giving them a good review helps them get more business. So if you guys are looking for a good dentist and you are not from Indiana, I highly recommend this dentist. Again, their name is Crossroad Family Dentistry in Trafalgar, Indiana. But if you guys are from Indiana, check them out. And if you need dentures, check them out. They're really good. They're really good. And the dentist and her husband are and the hygienist in there are super nice. The office manager is nice. Don't get me wrong. I was just so angry that week. I was mad at myself. I was mad at the world for getting these dentures. I was just so angry about these dentures. But the hygienists, and they're super nice. Um the dentist, she's super nice. Her office manager, her husband's super nice. The receptionist, super nice. I mean, I I think it's an experience you won't regret. The only thing is I did have to come out of pocket for the lab fees or something like that, and post-operative something. It was $467 total for all of that. The stuff what I had to pay after that was something that my insurance didn't pay for. And I didn't have to get it, but I chose to get it, which was the laughing gas, and I had to come out of pocket for that. But I don't remember how much it was. I think it was like $180 or something like that. But they are totally worth it. I just think they're all around a great dentist office. Sometimes I get angry because I say things because I'm angry, because I'm at the moment pissed off because I didn't take care of my real teeth, and my mouth is so full right now. But I do love that dentist office, and I would take my son there, I would take my sister there, I would take my mother there, I would take my other sister there, I would take my entire family there if I could. My daughter, my sons, just my husband, but he won't go anymore. And it's not that they did anything wrong, it's just that he's got so much infection in his gums that their numbness medicine was burning off too fast, and he had to sit through a lot of pain. And for that reason, he doesn't like the dentist. It's not that he doesn't like that dentist office, because he loves that dentist office. It's that he didn't like the pain. And he had so much infection in there that it was just painful for him. So he doesn't like the dentist. But my husband's the one that recommended me that dentist office. If you guys want any tips, any tricks that I've done, any recommendations for anything, if you want me to show you everything I got from Amazon again, I can do that. anything you guys want to know, or if there's a certain type of bait you guys want me to make, I can do that for you guys. I can show you how I clean them if you want. I can show you how I put them in if you want. Anything you guys want, just let me know and I'll do it. But I've already hit an hour talking, and I can hit 2 hours talking because I just like to talk. But I'm not going to do that to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'll get on here and make another video tomorrow. But for now, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.